guy? Is he the train conductor now? What is this shit? Oh, great. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do with this shit? Ah, dude, you blew both of us up. Oh man, we're supposed to bring that all the way to the front.
Oh, we gotta freaking avoid all this shit.
Dude, you threw the shit, and you got both of us on fire, and we lost a whole bunch of health. Now I only have one. What is it? What's the number one? What's the number one at McDonald's? Is it the Big Mac? I only got one.
No, we actually have to go back and get the nitro.
I only got one number one left. Because you friggin' threw it, and there's no run button. Look at it, I'm not even on the screen. Dang it. Come on, bro. What the hell was that?
Come on, bro.
The enemies in this game are, like, not pushovers at all. I'm surprised. And we didn't change the difficulty. This is on friggin' normal. Look at this. So, alright, so you're supposed to drop it, beat the shit out of the guys, and then keep going. If you throw it, you're gonna blow us up like an idiot!
I didn't drop that!
What the hell? Dude, look at it. You're dead, dude. You only have one number one left. Is that what it is? I can't, dude, I haven't been to McDonald's in like 15 years or some shit. You're dead.
I just wanted to go pick that up again, and I died.
You friggin' died, dude. Well, they're hammering us with enemies. I'm sick of these assholes. Over here. Oh, yep. Eat shit, buddy. You're gonna die. Now what?
Okay.
Alright. I was standing right there, dude. I was standing on top of that. Ah! Oh, come on!
Come on!
Get that shit out of my face. You're gonna fight. Oh, yeah, shoot him. Dude, I don't want to get punched, but punches. Light him up. Oh, shit, I gotta reload. Ah! Got him. Yeah, shoot him from the opposite side of the thing. The subway. Look at this. The subway tunnel showdown with this guy. Ah, look, it's doing like no damage. How much ammo do we have? Oh yeah, I got another good one, right? Like, all right, this is a good one. So like, yeah, we used to go over there, and like his parents were never around, of course. So of course that's a recipe for disaster. So like we'd be over there a lot. This was the first time like one of our other friends like had. Like, remember when South Park like first came out?
Yeah.
Has it always been on Comedy Central?
Yeah.
So like he was one of the like only people that had like he had cable and he had like whatever. Because I remember like nobody else did. So he brought over that. He brought over this like VHS tape of it, and like I see him with it, and I like grab that. I'm like, oh man, I'm like, yeah, I know what that is. I know what that is. He's getting ready to like put it in.
Oh shit.
Nice job, you die. He's like getting ready to put it into the VCR, and I'm like, oh great. I'm like, yeah, you got some X-rated shit there, don't you, buddy? He's like, no. He's like, why do you automatically assume that? I'm like, I know that's what that is. I'm like, you're not fooling. He's like, shut up. That's not what it is. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, I know what that is. And so then he puts it in, and it's friggin' South Park, and it's like, that was the first time, and he's like, you guys gotta see this show, this show is friggin' messed up. It was the one where, like Mr. Garrison has that feud with Kathy Lee Gifford or whatever, and he's up in, like, he's up in, what was it? There's, like, a tower in town or whatever, there's, like, a clock tower or some shit, but he's, like, you must have seen that episode, right? He's, like, he's up there with a sniper rifle, and, like, Kathy Lee Gifford is in, like, a parade, and he's, like, getting ready to, like, sniper. Or something. He's getting ready to shoot her, and he's like, come on, he's like, come on, you stupid bitch. And he's like, it was crazy because they were like swearing and stuff, and it was just like completely insane. So like that's the type of thing that would go on over there. And so one time we're over there, right, and our friend wasn't even there. Like I don't know where he was. It might have been they were in a band too. And they used to practice there, but I think they had moved their practice to like their other bass player's house or some bullshit.
Yeah.
So like I think he was over there. He wasn't at the house, but his kid brother was there, right? So like we all show up there like after school on our bikes, me and like these other kids we were friends with. Tom's already there, and like we go out there, and like Tom's there with a bunch of our other friends, like younger friends, because they were all like 3 or 4 years younger than us.
Yeah.
So like a bunch of them are there too. So there's like maybe a dozen kids at the house, no parents. And like we show up there, and like Tom is on the back deck lighting off fireworks and shit. So I'm like, we're like, okay, cool. This is like, all right. So everybody's just screwing around. Like a bunch of them, like Tom's thing was like he was lighting off fireworks, but like he was doing the typical like hooligan shit where like you just like he took our friend's kid brothers like GI Joes and he was like strapping them to the fireworks and like blowing up his toys and shit. So like so this is going on. I'm on the computer, of course, right? And I'm like screwing off on like AOL and like I'm like trying to get into trouble. And then what the hell? Like I forget. Like a bunch of them were in the basement too because they had like that's where all the instruments were set up and like they had a big TV down there. They had a PlayStation up. They had a PlayStation down there. Like like downstairs was usually where we hung out.
Yeah.
So a bunch of them are downstairs, right? I'm on the computer. Tom's lighting off fireworks. And like all of a sudden, like our friend's brother comes up from the basement, and he's like, oh, my dad's home, and we're like, oh, all of us are like, oh shit. So like I jump up off the computer, which was like next to the door for the deck. I jump up, like Tom's lighting up fireworks. I run out there, I'm like, dude, your dad's home, and Tom's like I kid you not, like Tom freaking just dives off the freaking like dude just like stop, like he's in the middle of lighting off one of the like ball rocket or something. Like immediately stops, just looks it off the like whole thing. Should be dead. I turned around and went out the front for some reason, right? And then like, and then so this was like, I'll try to give you the visual on this. So like, cue to like a dozen kids just booking it up the street, like, and then and Tom was in front. So Tom came around from the side of the house, like all of us just running up the street, and then so we get to the end of the street, and we're like, we realize we're like shit. We left our bikes there, so we're like, now what do we do? So we had to go back. Tom and our other friend, they were like, they had walked there from Tom's house, which was like, I don't know, a quarter mile away or whatever. So it was close. We got this guy. This guy's dead. Kill this guy.
Yeah.
Finally, what did that take? Like 30 minutes to kill this asshole. So we're all just like a whole bunch of us. We're just standing at the top of the street, and we're like, oh shit, we're gonna go back there. He's gonna kill us. And so Tom and our other friends like, F you guys, we didn't bring bikes, and they just left. Like they're just, it's like too bad. So like a bunch of assholes.
We had no choice.
We creep up to the house. Like all our bikes are like out front, like near the front porch, just like lying on the lying on the front lawn, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no way, like he's gonna see the place as a mess, and like he's just gonna come out and kill us. What is this now? We're gonna go back this way. Ah, jeez. Jump in the hole. No, can't do that. I'm going down. Alright. So, of course, so I'm like, great, we're gonna die. Like, whatever. You know, yeah, great. So that's dumb, so it forces me to come back up because you couldn't figure out how to jump down? Great.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, so obviously, we're trying to get our bikes. We walk up, I pick my bike up, and, like, the front door just flies open. And there he is, are like, oh, shit. So he's like, hey. As he comes out, he's like, guys, what's going on? And, like, this guy, he was a fairly nice guy, but, he was definitely annoyed. So he's like, guys, he's like, what's going on? He's like, I come in here, I come in the house, and, like, that was the thing, too, so, like, so he came in through their they had one of those deals where like the garage was wrapped around the back of the house, but it like attached to their basement. I think it wasn't a split level, but like the garage was like part of the basement or whatever. So he came in, like he came in through the driveway and he like parked the car, like came in to the garage door, and like then he came upstairs or whatever. We were long gone by then. So we're all standing on the front lawn like a bunch of dumbasses, and he's like, guys, what the hell's going on? He's like, I know who all you guys are. He's like, I know you're. He's like, but my other son's not here. He's like, I just don't want you guys here when he's not around, you know. So he's like, and I see you guys, like I show up and I see you guys running up the street. I think I'm being robbed. so we're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But what is this telling us to do? We're gonna go over here. It's telling us this. Damn it. Freaking lost. So then he's just like, all right, yeah, that was really just all he had. All he had to say to us. Like he's like, yeah, he's like, if my younger son is home, like whatever. He's like, but still don't be here if my older son's not. Like, meaning his other son, who was like the one who was actually our friend, not just his younger brother. Yeah. He's like, yeah, so yeah, he's like, really just don't be here if he's not around. We're like, all right, see you later. So like, say we just leave. Dude, I'm stuck. You keep leaving me up here. Right, and then like, so we got on our bikes. We all went home. There was nothing else to do. Right. I don't know. I don't think we went over to Tom's house, but that's a Tom and the other kid. That's what they did. They just went back to his place. But and then I don't even know if this is true. But Tom said later, he's like, yeah, he's like, what is it? I'm like, dude, we got in trouble. Like, of course, we blew it way out of proportion. We're like, all right, I'm totally lost. Where are we supposed to freaking go? What are we doing here?
I have no idea.
The thing's telling us to go, all right, the thing's telling us to go up. This is like where the freaking monsters spawn. This is starting to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, so like I was saying, we blew it all out of proportion. We're like, dude, he's freaking yelling at us for like an hour. He's like, he said he was going to call our parents and shit. And like, dude, we got in huge trouble. So we're like, yeah, that was my fault. I said we gotta go down there, maybe not. Tom claims he called the guy because Tom was like, sort of friendly with him. He said he called him up and apologized or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he actually did.